name?
Alec.
And how old are you?
17.
Alright, so today's question is, do you consider graffiti to be art or vandalism?
To me, graffiti is art because there's a lot of people that actually like make good designs, and it's like it represents something for like a community. So I don't believe it's vandalism because a lot of people do it as a positive way, in a positive way. So yeah, that's my opinion.
What is your name?
My name is Nate Johnson,
And how old are you?
51 years old.
So today's question is, do you consider graffiti to be art or vandalism?
I think graffiti is both. So I think primarily graffiti is vandalism unless it's taken to a point of expression that transcends mere posturing. Like if someone's just tagging their name, just saying I was here, there's not a whole lot of artistic value to that. If somebody like is decorating the side of a train car with a huge mural or a huge three-dimensional tag, there seems to be some value to that. However, it doesn't change the fact that it's still vandalized. They don't know the train car.
Your name?
I'm Julie Stock. I'm one of the art teachers at San Mateo High School.
How old are you?
I'm in my 50s.
Okay, so today's question, do you consider graffiti art or vandalism?
Do I consider graffiti art or vandalism? I would have to say, as an artist, as an art teacher, I have thought a lot about this question. And I do think that certain types of graffiti are not good looking. Sometimes they can be really ugly and really disrespectful. But some types of graffiti, especially when it's like a mural and it's planned out and there's good color and there's good balance and there's beautiful lines, that can be considered art. It also depends on the context of where the graffiti or art is. If it's a piece of art that's really beautiful, but it's on somebody's personal property, I don't think that that's very respectful. So I would then consider it vandalism.
Okay.
I think graffiti is considered an art depending on how it's done. It could also be considered vandalism if it is like either not permitted or just something like derogatory. But besides that, I think it's considered an art.
I think graffiti is a way to express yourself and your emotions on how you feel.
I think graffiti is a way of art, and people can express themselves differently. But I also think graffiti can be used in an unnecessary manner and can be considered vandalism.
I think graffiti is a way people can be themselves, also express ways or express things that they can't really say, but imagine it and just put it on walls and paint it.
Within, it's like historically, it's a young culture. So with a young culture, young males, egos involved, and so yeah, there has been times where I've had issues with other people, or they've had issues with whatever it may be, but that all comes with the territory. And if you're doing something illegal on other people's property, that comes with the territory also, but to not get too deep into that, like I've never really, nothing that wasn't, I was able to handle.
So you said that looking out the window you were creating, that inspired you. Do you have any people that maybe inspired you to like make this art?
Well, locally there were a lot of crews that were doing their thing that inspired me, because that's what I saw, like the limits of my territory that I was traveling. And then once I was in it, got a little bit older, then I started seeing stuff from New York, but I didn't know what I was looking at, you know? But that really inspired me because they were already way more advanced because it started from there, you know? So for me, at that early age, it was like I didn't know what I was looking at, but I enjoyed it. And then to fast forward to like current day, architects, fine artists, nature, pretty much a little bit of every aspect of our day to day inspires me, and I pull that into my work.
So from when you first started to where you are now, in what ways do you think you've like grown? Like maybe at the genres of like what you've like made?
That's like from the beginning to now. I've grown lifetime. You know, but something that stayed the same from the beginning to now is that kid that looks out the window. The explorer, the dreamer, the inquisitive eye. I still have that, and that's what has allowed me to continue to grow. As an adult, I've learned to, as an adult, as an artist, as a business person, I've learned to like have my signature or my brand. I call it my secret brand, but that is something that I can be recognized by, but at the same time behind it is that inquisitive eye that keeps going. And if I didn't, there's times that I could look back and go, oh yeah, I could have got off. Or, you know, if I'm growing, climbing, you know, I could have got off here at this landing and just hung out here. Like, this is cool. But I enjoy that challenge and see what I can do with what I just learned. But I'm always keeping going forward. And that's also like the base of what my name is about. Like Apexer is, you know, Apex is like a peak, the highest point. And over the years, the definition from high school to now has changed for me. And it really, it's all about like that pursuit of your highest achievement. And I don't think in a human lifetime that you can reach your highest peak. But I think that the pursuit of it, you can actually achieve and learn a lot about yourself.
Would you say like your work has a specific style, or what would you say is the style?
So style, I think, is, I can talk forever about, but it's something that's really important. That, but to sum it up in a shorthand, that my artwork represents me when I'm not present, and I think that's something that's really important. It's a style of architecture, style of fashion, style of a car. You know, people see a Lamborghini and they know it's a Lamborghini without seeing the logo. So for me, that goes back to what I was saying about being aware of brand. But the roots of it go all the way back to writing your name and making sure that other people, other artists can see your name and recognize like, oh, that's Apex, or that's this guy. So I just kept with that, even as I bridged the world and blend the world of writing, street art, and I just like to call myself like a public artist or a creator, because I know that I have a lot of interest in these different areas that feed off of one another. So that's something that's important.
Have you ever
There's been times throughout my career that I've done that, and I think in general my main subtle, I like subtleties, my main subtle statement is to take a break for yourself. And you know, there's people who travel this route every day, commute home, and if if this artwork, when they're stopped at the light here, or they're walking by, makes them stop for a second, and just look at the art, I did my job. Because it took them out of that routine and gave them a break for themselves. And who knows what this color combination will do for them that particular day, or you know, and that goes into color theory and all of that, and how we relate to colors. So I'm super conscious of that. And I just want to be able to give. I did my job if I gave somebody a second.